We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile, with torn and bleeding hearts, we smile and laugh with myriad subtleties. We wear the mask. I wanted to start by sharing a few lines from a poem that speaks my truth, and maybe some of your truths as well. Let me ask you something. By show of hands, how many of you have ever felt the need to pretend to be okay even when you weren't? Look around. Most of us do it. We all wear these masks not because we want to deceive anyone, but as the protective mechanism, concealing our vulnerabilities beneath the facade of strength. I know for me, as an African-American woman, navigating poverty, being a single mom, being an actress, and dealing with a myriad of health issues, I've often felt the weight of societal expectations and felt the need to pretend to be okay. You know, I come from a prideful people, a people who have had to conjure up strength and the will to keep going no matter what. Keep your head up, they say. Be strong, they say. Never let them see you sweat, they say. Wear being a strong Black woman as a badge of honor, they say. But what do I say? I mean, is it really a badge of honor if I am suffering on the inside? I have spent years protecting myself from unknown dangers that may never occur, and dangers that I have experienced and never want to experience again. But that is no way to live. I mean, are we truly giving life a chance when we keep our guard up like a fortress and never really let anyone in? No. You know, and I've tried to, get the quick fixes, but they never work, and I always seem to fall flat on my face. And then the things that I didn't have always felt like the reason or the cause and the pain of my suffering. Wearing a mask, it's exhausting. It's like putting a pretty bandage on a gaping open wound. You never really address the root of the problem, you just keep changing the bandages. This cycle just sunk me deeper and deeper into the bouts of depression. And I felt like the mask that I had to put on to keep acting like everything was okay, it felt heavy. It felt suffocating. And I knew that something needed to change, but I didn't know what to do. I would say that I found meditation, but honestly, meditation found me. My mom and I was over there. Hey, Mom. We didn't know anything about the Three Jewels community, but we randomly heard about the Met Gala and decided to go. While we were there were these raffles going on, and one of the prizes was a silent retreat to Spain. And although meditation wasn't my thing, a trip to Spain piqued my interest. And so people were putting reams of tickets into this, the jar for that. But I didn't have a lot of money, so I put 2 tickets in, and I said, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Long story short, I won the retreat to Spain. And once I got over the fact that I would actually have to be silent on this silent retreat, and that they were gonna take my phone away, and that I was gonna have to meditate several times a day, once I got over that, I realized that meditation was powerful and how it could help me transform my life in a real, tangible way. That our minds are the most powerful tools that we have, and they can help us create whatever reality that we want to experience. I learned that meditation can actually be for me. And it doesn't have to be this woo-woo thing that's reserved for privileged other cultures. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be standing in front of you right now talking about meditation, I would have laughed super hard, But here I am, and I am grateful for what meditation is starting to do in my life. I realized that even if I only have 5 minutes a day, that's enough to start to strip away some of the layers so that I can start to see things for what they really are. Believe that my feelings are valid and valued, and start to heal from the inside out. But it is not a quick fix. And yes, there will be challenges along the road and bumps in the way and times where wearing the mask seems easier. You know, if I'm being fully transparent, there have been times recently that I found myself wearing a mask around many of you, right? I have come to training after being in the hospital for hours with blood transfusions and treatments, and although I was in pain, when y'all asked, I just said, I'm okay. Or times when I've avoided going out to eat with y'all because I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. But when y'all asked, I just said, oh, I'm not hungry. Or times when living felt like too hard of a task, but I told myself, you have to keep smiling no matter what. Because that is how I learned to survive. But I am learning that it is okay not to be okay. Sometimes I'm just not okay. Sometimes we are just not okay. But I vow to stand in my truth unapologetically, without fear of judgment. And I'm also learning to transform my challenges into opportunities for gratitude. Like, instead of lamenting over my frequent need for blood transfusions, I am grateful for the people who have donated blood, giving me an opportunity to live another day. Or if I'm stuck in a rainstorm and without an umbrella, I am grateful that the trees that help give me oxygen are being thoroughly watered. I've realized that what I'm experiencing may not change, but how I choose to experience it is all up to me. So here I am, Jaleesa Capri, and I invite you to see me in all of my muck and all of my glory. But before we go, I want to invite you to take a look at your own mask, to embark on the journey of unmasking, because it's within those moments that true inner strength and peace emerge. So let's walk this path together, unapologetically embracing our truths. And as we continue to write the pages of our lives, may they be filled with authenticity, healing, and the ever unfolding chapters of our beautifully imperfect stories. Thank you.